Hi, this is Sue Skavlem, and I'm going to talk about using AI as a business, a nonprofit, or a government agency. You might have heard a lot of exciting things about AI, and people feel very strongly on both sides. It's the best thing ever. It's going to take over and destroy us all, etc., etc. But I'd like to think that anytime there's a new technology, the way we use it and the ethics behind it, and ultimately how we use it to connect with people should be exciting. It should be what guides us on how we think about it, and it should reflect on our culture as a whole. So, let's talk about how using AI can help you get your message to the right people at the right time. Now, of course, the best way to use AI is as somebody who is giving you a prompt after you give it a prompt. It's Think of it as you're playing a huge game of what do people want to know and how can I answer that question. Um, there are a few different AI tools out there. Some of them you have been using for years by calling a number that has, um, press one for and press two to talk to. All of that, all of the lovely searches that you use on Google, everything that we've been using for the last 5 years between humans and data, there's usually some sort of AI or search results in there. Um, where otherwise you get so many results and the data would be too big and you wouldn't be able to wrap your head around it because neither would I. We are looking for a needle in a haystack when we Google something, and so how do the computers give us what we need? The search results, the phone numbers we call, everything that we do that involves finding out a piece of information involves some sort of AI at this point. So computers are, and excuse me, not just computers, but any sort of AI is good at learning what people want to know and being able to point people in the right direction to find the answer or to um, just sum up what answers are already out there. One of the ones that I had just learned about, though, is called Perplexity, which is not easy to spell, which is what I think why it's so hard for people to know that it's out there. I had never heard about it until like 2 weeks ago, and I'm in this field, so this is very exciting. But if you go to perplexity.ai, you'll be able to find out what people are asking in your field. And this is the really exciting part, it gives you sources. So you can either quote or you can look at the source and see, is this a reputable source? Or you can contact the person who wrote it in the first place and say, could I interview you for a firsthand um, reaction or firsthand knowledge of this? So all of those things are very exciting. Bard is the Google version, and I often use that because um, I find that asking the same robot who serves up the answers to people in Google is fairly good at coming up with the right words that and the right keywords that I want to hit when I'm writing an article. All that to say, there are many tools out there that can help you find out what people are asking about in your field. How to, conserve soil. What do I do with XYZ? All of these questions that they ask, you can then answer with your content. Now, what's content? It's another conversation for another day. It's fairly exciting, but it boils down to the information that you have either online or that you share via video or audio or blog or sometimes face to face that's customer facing. So it's what people want to know about you, and that's the answer that you give. And a lot of times, the questions that people have and the answers that you give don't match up because we don't get to hear the answers. The robots do. And this is where the cool thing with AI comes in, is because you can find out what people are asking and then put those answers on your website. Put those answers on a video, on a TikTok, on a podcast, and be able to share that on your website. And anytime you do that, it's going to make the robot sit up and take notice because they say, this is what people are asking, and this site has the answer. let's point people there. And that's kind of exciting. Again, perplexity.ai. And another one that I use is bard, bard.google.com. I hope that this helps you on your journey to use AI.